All right, this is my review for the, I guess it's a VEVOR, the pronunciation for the three-tier rolling shelf. As you can see, it rolls very nice, very smooth. So I'm very impressed with the wheels and the construction of them. First off, you'll see that it has the blue plastic still on here. I left it on because honestly I didn't care for my use. I'm actually going to be using it to organize my pool chemicals in the pool hall. Other people, if you're going to want to take that off, I would advise ripping off this plastic first before you construct anything, which none of that was actually in the instructions. The instructions were decent. They could use some work and a little bit more verbiage instead of just nothing but pictures. But I will say, as far as the assembly goes, it was very, very easy. Super impressed. I'm really impressed at these plastic sleeves that are on here that you put on first. They kind of clamp around it, slide into place, and then you run your bolt through here. Instead of having just metal against metal, it has a tendency not only causing problems, but as you go to tighten down, it will actually cinch down and bend up the metal. With these plastic pieces, it actually makes it very sturdy and you don't have to worry about that. As far as the material, the shelves themselves, a lot thinner gauge metal. I have some other industrial strength stainless shelves that I could actually stand on. But for most people that is getting this, they probably won't need that. Underneath you'll see there'll be a center piece that actually gives a lot more strength in the middle. But most people that's using this are not going to end up needing some industrial strength one. Now, as far as the stainless goes, there's no magnetic pull on any of this part, but I will say that there is a magnetic pull on the shelf itself. So I don't know if that's because they ended up using, with this being a rolled steel, having an iron base, an iron base to the metal of the stainless like they do on refrigerators. But it does have a magnetic pull versus the actual construction. And your nuts and bolts and the wheels also, they are not stainless. Those are actually galvanized. So be prepared that if you're in an environment that might be wet, your nuts and bolts and your wheels might still end up getting some corrosion or rust buildup on there. But otherwise, I can say that I am very, very impressed with this stainless steel shelf.
Doing a review on our laboratory cart that we just got from Amazon. And it was labeled as laboratory. It looks like something you would use in the laboratory. The drawers, they're not bad. They feel like maybe they're a cheaper ball bearing slide because they're pretty quiet. The drawer handle pulls are kind of a cheap plastic, but they're quite serviceable. They seem to work very well. So the drawers, they slide nice. Oops, there's some of the blue. Almost everything comes wrapped in this blue plastic. It's kind of hard to pull off, but it protected all the surfaces to keep it from getting scratched. It comes with cast-ring wheels, and two of them are lockable. So once they're locked on, the cart is stationary. Otherwise, it rolls around very nicely. It comes with this bucket. Again, pretty cheap plastic, but really, for what I need, is quite serviceable. That's lockable. You can change the height. Kind of. There you go. You can change the height on that. It's like a cheap sand pail for at the beach. But the parts I'm going to be putting in aren't excessively heavy. They'll fit in there nicely. It's going to be like little bolts and some rivets. That slides out of the way. Again, it was listed as a laboratory cart, but I'm going to use it as a little tool bench for a project I'll be building soon. And it's just going to have small tools, some wrenches, some clamps, pop rivet gun, things like that. Give it all around. It's got the nice little pull handle. It's lightweight, but I didn't need an 800-pound rolling tool cabinet for my project. It's just, this is more convenient to get under the wing of a small airplane. And it's rather attractive. And again, it's manageable. If you need to move this by other means than rolling it, it's actually quite nice to move. And I don't think the plastic parts are a detractor. To me, they work perfectly fine. And stainless steel. And actually quite happy with this little cart.